Hello viewers, and welcome back to part 2 of Miss Mayhem. Apparently I was overheated towards the end of the first video and I had to cool off, and then while I was cooling off I reviewed the whole tape. So there was confusion for the tag team titles. I cannot go for the tag belts as long as I'm the TV champion. So everything was all wrong. And also too, I noticed that Leonid was not on the last part there, is not going for the world title because the world title in Eruption was not up for grabs. So then on the match after winning the TV titles was Weekend War Games. So I took what was on camera and reenacted the whole event, which was still a DQ loss and a loss of match point. So that's why instead of 5 I have 4. That's the correct. And why I have 3 is when I rolled a 5, and this is the correct card, I got 2 match points, and plus the disqualification and the loss of a match point. So in closing, I was fighting Leonid, not Nate Storm, for the TV title. Disqualification, so I went 5 down to 4, and with two from the interview, 1 heat. That's why I ended up there. And then I rearranged the cards of the order of the mistake that occurred when drawing cards. So with that being said, the correct event now is Retaliation, and Nate Storm is your contender for the TV title. And unfortunately, Girl Power is not the new tag team champions, but the guys go back to Patient 162 and Octavius, because the last thing I did, or most of the things I did towards the end of the last video after the first week, was all wrong. So everything was readjusted off camera, everything was figured out properly. So as I say, even though I made mistakes on the camera, I make sure I'm not cheating and make sure if there's mistakes, I correct the mistakes. So again, apologize for misleading information there. So without further ado, let's get on the continuation on the right path. So to recalculate everything, on the table is 7, 9, 11, 13, 17, 18. So that's 7, 9, 11, 13, 17, 18. So all the correct totals are verified one more time. Everything worked out. So now it's Retaliation. Ralph Winslow is the correct next event. So now it's just the TV title and the gimmick. So I'm just going to shake a die. Oops, for my interview, I'm jumping ahead. So anyways, Superstar Challenge. And the rotation on these cards were correct, by the way. Just the wrestlers and the rotation of things were wrong, but it's got corrected. So, and then Superstar Challenge again. Gotta get someone else to shuffle these cards. So I'll roll a 4, so I get 3. So I'm just going to tap out Marcia Flowers for the upkeep, and then I'm going to spend 2 crowd points for not drawing any superstar gear, because everything here is a one-shot or weapon, so that takes that out of the equation. So now I'm 18 to 22. So I'm going to pull what else can I do? I'll just do my 5 crowd points to do a run in at +6 and just call the match right there to keep the title. So all my crowd points to skip the draw and bribe Ralph so I don't get disqualified again. So therefore 22 to 24, win the match, get 1 heat because that's all that's left in the pool. Now I regain 2 heat. So 6, 9, 11, 13, 15, 19, 20. Okay, that's correct. And the next 3 cards. It's 1, 2, and 3. Again, these cards are rotations are correct. So, ooh, well. I guess I'll like to take this one as my finisher, and I'll just take the sunglasses. Discard this. Alright, what do I want to get rid of? Well, Superstar Challenges because they're not shuffled properly. And that just ends my turn. And I'm just going to put them in random order because they were not shuffled properly. Especially getting Superstar Challenge in a row. Then I'm going to tap out sunglasses because I already have sunglasses. Of course, I can have another one, but why bother? Alright, so this ends my turn. Everything goes up to normal. This goes over there. So now there's no TV or anything on the line, so this ends the event. So I'm not making that mistake again and need a part 3. So 3, 6, 8, 11, and another 3. So now I get a preliminary draw, not Dr. Lionel Lecter, so he goes to my hand. And the roll call, well, a heel turn, so heel, nothing happened. Down to my interview. And my next opponent is Karma Shellfire. So now I'm a TV champion, I get to pick, so I'm picking 1 heat and keeping the girls' power stable alive by tapping out Marcia Flowers. So I'm going to spend out the remaining of my 2 crowd points to cancel out all the cards here. So 18 to 20. So that's an easy win. So now this will be 2 heat for the win. Another 2 ring points there. And then 1, 2, and 3. Well, I'll just take a weapon and no sell, because face is a waste of my time. Then I'm going to tap out the remaining of a crowd points that's available as a Scorpion Deathlock. And that other finisher is done, so 5 minus 4 is a +1. Then Dr. Elector, I don't need you. That's a not so fast chair shot. Well, these are good cards, so I'm going to do a lot more. You know, I'm just going to take out Steel Chair and yeah, I'm just going to take out, actually I'm going to take out 2x4 instead. And then that brings me down to 4 cards again. Everything goes back to normal. Now, the correct procedures is Charity, Unkindness, and Galactic Ghoul. So that's 46. So that difference is 9, so that's not going to matter. For Pepe Le Pow, Tinashe, and Wildcat, no chance there. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to write off my mistakes on the comment section. Where the corrections are made and the footnotes are there just to show and keep integrity of where I went wrong. So next up for the TV title defense is Draco Wolf. So that's 8 and 3, 11, 13, 15, 20, 22, 23. Yeah. Okay, sorry. TV title Unnatural and a shake of 2. Alright. So a preliminary draw. I'm going to try again. Defend a cause. I'm going to take that to my hand. Roll call. Grappler, no. Zealot, no. Dystopian, no. Oh no, title stripped. It's not necessarily, okay, well, because this plays card or before my title match. So Damon Fang, let's say Diabolical Dave stripped Miss Mayhem of the title because the title strip card and placed it on Damon Fang. So, guess a little male chauvinism going on around here. But so I just continue on with Draco Wolf not being the champion. So instead of getting a free ride, I have to roll for my card, or for my roll for the interview. Oh, it's a 2, so I'm just going to take a top card. Well, made no difference, so Olympia goes as a +6 against me. Ends the interview, tap on Marsha Flowers. And I'm gonna don't have crowd points, so that means I'm gonna have to, oh no, I got 1 crowd point, so I'll see how bad one of the cards are. So first up card is Rope Leverage and Steel Chair. So I'm just going to stop a weapon entering the match. And then I'm going to take care of Not So Fast to stop a run-in, so Olympia's +6 no longer counts. Get a new card. Then I'm going to play No Cell, so he's down quite a bit. So now his, and I get another card. Okay, so next up is, final score is 30 minus 7, that's 23, 25 to 20, so I'm down by 2, not a problem. So I'm going to do pull the tights and gang up on my own accord, which I'm going to have a +2, so that's not a disqualification. So I'm going to draw 2 more cards. Now I don't have anything left. Well, I have a card left, but let's see what the totals are before I make hasty decisions. So 20, 25. So now it's, I got 23. $27. So I win by 2. Miss Mayhem wins by 2. So that's two crowd points. And all those go back to discard. All the right cards went back to the right. Oh, this one didn't. So, yeah, I took 2 heat because I had nothing left. Then 2 match points. So that's 25. And then 1, 2, 3. All these beautiful cards and can't use any of them, so now this goes back to normal. And I just gotta do job or security. So defend a cause will be discarded. Yeah, I don't know. I can play 1 crowd point for a surfboard. So that'll be my. Oh no, that's no, I can't. Well, I can actually, which I want to, and I'll get rid of that weak move. So the difference is a +2. And extra tire slot. Well, let's get rid of that. And my turn. Verify my points. 10, 12, 14, 19, and 3, 22, 24. That's weird. 10, 12, 14, 19, 22, 24. I must have jumped the gun a little bit. looks like I gotta do another review, so I'll be right back. Alright, so upon further review, and I had 5 cards on the table, and I'll confirm that. And if I had 5 cards on the table, then it would be correct that I did actually beat Draco Wolf by 1 point. So everything is up to date, up to speed. And now just the TV title now. Dirk Beerbitter and Damon Fang. So Damon Fang is at 13. Even with the bonus is a draw. So Dirk Beerbitter will go over here. And that's the only title up for grabs. So the event is over. Now, the girl power will go for the tag team belts now, as I wrongfully made an error. And again, I apologize for that. It's not easy when you're working in a room that's 500 degrees. Oh yeah, these were discards that I threw away. So, anyways, now I'm going to go for the Tag Team Championship. The correct event is Weekend War Games, Leicester Port. So 2 National, 2 Tag Team, 1 TV, 3 for a natural roll, and that's a 1. Alright, so next is a preliminary draw. Since that goes to my hand, signing autographs go to my hand. Injured, so I'll just tap out this one. So now I can do my interview. So I need a low number, or 5, and then heels can adjust their roll by plus or -1. So I'm changing that to a -4. So 2 heat, and of course I have to tap out for the fee. And of course I did it with Hellen Wheels. So let's start with the champions. 54, and of course I'm going to use my and for this bonus, I think it was Hellen Wheels. Yeah, it was Hellen Wheels and Miss Mayhem. So I'm going to start off at 54. Technicians, no. Let's see, Brawlers, yes, but also lose it back to Technician. Flyers, no. So, no bonus anywhere, so this will be, once again, 30 plus 24 is a 54. Gotta put the oh, that's true. So it's a draw. So gonna do 2 crowd points to ignore the superstar deck. And since this is a tiebreaker, I'm going to play a steel chair to do the tiebreaker. I don't like that card. but then I still got to roll for a DQ. 5 or 6, please. Yay, 5! So that makes it 55. To 54. So now officially, for sure, your new tag team champions. Officially this time. Hellen Wheels and Miss Mayhem. So everything goes to normal. Oh, wait. Missed the injury card. Yeah. So yeah, I tapped him out, tapped that one out. So it was 54. That's right, it was 54, but minus 2 for the injury, then a plus 1 is 53. No, and all my cards were right. So now I can't do an extra run-in. All my cards are useless. So I only can do Shoulder Apocalypse, top that weapon out for a plus 2 and hope there's no DQ. The double DQ. So once again by an error. You know what? Well, if I did it the other way, it's still... If I did it the other way, it'd been 54 and a draw, so unfortunately, no new tag team champions because of this injury. I almost forgot about that. Again, this is I don't never learn that not to do this sort of thing 3 o'clock in the morning. That's how busy I was. So, and like I say, I'm dedicated. And I'm sure by the time we're done this playthrough, we all wish we're medicated with all the disappointments. Oh yeah, the national, well, we did the tag team, so now it's just TV and national. So Hamlet Hayes is not going to do it, and Red Light Road is not going to do it against Pepe Le Pow. So decisions. So now active heat, retaliation, Donna Jamie's. So heels now get a plus 2. Yeah, so far I'm going to create a superstar. TV title is first place, so a tag team title or a national title will help. So everything's reshuffled, everything's back on the deck. So next up is, yeah, I'm demanding a rematch for the tag belts. So I'm going to put 54 back up on the board for the opponents. And this time it is 56 now, officially. No injuries or shenanigans. And yes, that's counting. Or I can make it 54 plus the heels. Of course, all these tapes will be reviewed. So anyways. And a 3, which is back to what I had it. Preliminary draw. Dev of character, sure. I just hope it doesn't backfire. If I get too, let's see, what attire is there? Oh yeah, the head for the mask. Another head for an option. Another head. Do a different attire? No. So since I can only have one head attire, and this one counts as an empty slot, I'm just going to do another sunglasses and leave the rest be. So that's preliminary draw. And mean to a fan, so 2 from the event pool. Now straight to the interview. A 4, so I get a +2 from Glenda Styles. Gonna tap out Marsha for the fee. Then I'm just gonna spend 2 crowd points in advance to stop the superstar deck, so it can stay right where it is. And for sure, after mistakes and shenanigans and replays, now it's completely official that we do have new tag team champions. No shenanigans, no messy mess. So there you go. This is now officially yours, Hellen Wheels and Miss Mayhem. Oh wait. So now I get 2 crowd points for that. Now I get my options. DQ risk, steel chair. Well, I'm just going to take a DQ risk steel chair, add it to my hand, and oh yeah, now I need a +2 for the match points. And then signing autographs can go bye-bye, stable card can go bye-bye, and that takes me down to the good side. So I'm just going to reset everything. And it is reset. So on the table 12, 14, 16, 18, 21, 26, 28, 12, 14, 16, 18, 26, 28. Okay, we got it all correct now. And just the TV title's up for grabs, so Stringmaster is not going to win. So there we go. Now for the pay-per-view, and you have to defend your tag belts, so I got no choice there. So Steady Eddie and Cliff Bass. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3, and 4. So now we're going to get a preliminary draw. Danny Fields, no. Well, it goes in my hand. And now the roll call. Sam Rage goes to my hand. So now we go down to the interview. It's a 2, so I only get 1 heat for the interview. And now, since we're tag team champions, if you missed the last video, the upkeep for the stable, it no longer applies, so I keep my 2 crowd points. So what I'm going to do is just tap on Marshall Flowers to say no way to the star deck, action deck. So now it's 30-41. To whatever. Actually, I bumped it, so on the table 12, 14, 16, 18, 21, 26, and 28. Okay, that's where it was. So that's 58, 60, 62. No, this is a squash match, so I'll still get 2 match points. And it's a squash match, so I'm not awarded anything. So 30 with the tag belt is official. And then one more time, 3 cards. Useless. Useless. Something. So I'm going to pick up this card. Well, it doesn't matter what I pick up. I'm just going to throw it all away. And then get extra signature or finisher. And get a nice boost for technician. For +6, so that's 36 now. And I don't spend any crowd points. All these cards are junk. So, for the first time ever, I finished as a tag team champion officially, even though I made a lot of mistakes and corrected a lot of mistakes. But we got it right. So, their final champion, TV champion, will likely be Damon Fang. Pepe Le Pow, likely the national and the world Pamelava. So, that's the way it goes. Again, thank you for your patience and understanding the environment I had to work in. And thank you for your understanding and allowing me to correct my mistakes as I see them. And I'll review this tape before I post it. And hopefully I don't have to start the whole project over again. And if I have to, then I'll delete the whole thing and start from scratch. If it's legit, well, you'll see it on the video. So, congratulations to Miss Mayhem. That's now #1 in the standings. And thank you for your ideas. And take care and see you on the next one.